Shabbat. Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And as we transition ourselves from Passover and into Shabbat, we join as we welcome Pam forward to light our Shabbat candles, page 2.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
Amen.
Part of Shabbat is welcoming our mythic Shabbat bride, which we'll get to in a little bit as we join in Lecha Dodi in a few minutes. But before we do that, we'll join together in a song about our Shabbat bride, Boi Kala, Come the Bride. So the only thing you have to know are those two words, Boi Kala, Come our bride, and you'll pick up the tune as we go. Turn to page 10 and join in Hine Matov. How great, how good it is for us to be together.
Hine Matov umanayim sheverachim gam yachad. Hine Matov umanayim sheverachim gam yachad. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine matov umanayim sheverachim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim sheverachim gam yachad.
And on page 20, we join in Lecha Dodi as we formally welcome our Shabbat bride.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Ishmianu el ha'miuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet v'lichila lecha dodi, likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נשיאך, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד עיני אלייך נגלה לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי בשלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Don't sit down. The next prayer we'll join together in the Shalom Aleichem words of welcome, but before we do that, go find somebody you don't know or don't know well and introduce yourselves, say hello, Shabbat Shalom, whatever you like.
Good Shabbos.
Okay, we'll find our seats again and join Shalom Aleichem, page 24.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Teitzchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We turn to page 26 as we rise for Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach yirteh ve'amlich malchuteh. B'chayechon uvyomechon uvchayetecho beit Yisrael. Bagala uvizman kariv ve'imeru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam le'omayam יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי קודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה, ואמרו אמן.
Page 28, Baruch. Please be seated as we continue. Ma'ariv Aravim, page 30. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv Aravim, b'chokhmah poteach sha'arim, uvitvuna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umesader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem b'rakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Uma'avir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzavaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Page 33. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim,
rise together as we turn to page 34 for Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated, and we continue Ve'ahavta, page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 39. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. The earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered. At Sinai, we bound ourselves to your way. Instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא
Page 43. Let's join together, top of the page. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu
Page 47. Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, and rebuild a weakened will. As we rise together for Amidah, page 46.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei Vneihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atarav Lehoshia, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofech Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated as we continue, page 53. Days pass and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. God, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see, wherever we gaze, that the bush burns unconsumed. And we, clay touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place, and we did not know it. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Page 55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth together. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. 57. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you alone are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. Together, top of page 59. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot. And on top of page 61, we'll join in our blessing for peace. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam.
We take a few moments and leave aside the text of our prayer book and look inward to the prayers in our own hearts, in our own minds.
Yehiyu leratzon imrefi Hegyon libi lefanecha Yehiyu leratzon imrefi Hegyon libi lefanecha Adonai Tzuri Adonai Tzuri Adonai Tzuri Begoali Adonai Tzuri Adonai Tzuri Adonai Tzuri Begoali Yehiyu leratzon imrefi Hegyon libi lefanecha Yehiyu leratzon imrefi Hegyon libi lefanecha Adonai Tzuri Adonai Tzuri Adonai Tzuri Begoali Adonai Tzuri Adonai Tzuri Adonai Tzuri Begoali.
We turn together to page 253. And there we find our blessing for healing. And we want to send energies and blessings and healing to all those who need a little extra healing this week. There are so many spots around the world that are in pain, where people are in incredible suffering, and so we want to think of all of them. We think of those in our own community who have been devastated by recent loss, and their families. We send love and support to them. And we mention Steve Tottleben, Diane Levy, Martha Snyder, Brooke Gelman, Patrick Callahan, Jay Kaler, Lori Samuels, Gerald Hoffman, Sidney Kruzik, Sandra French, John Myers, Sidney Scrementi, and Royce Haas. If you are joining us via live stream, please, and you have a name that you would like to share, please enter the name into our chat. If you are here in person and would like to share a name, please do so. We join together.
Misheberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. those in need of healing with refuah shlema, a renewal of body, a renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Shabbat Shalom. And also Chag Sameach. We are in the midst of Pesach, right? So we are at what we call Shabbat Chol Hamoed Pesach, which means the Shabbat that happens in the intermediary days of Passover. So, it's been an interesting week, to say the least, in our community. Last weekend, we had a group of 28 or 29 of us who were in Cuba. And I'll talk more about Cuba, at some point. But one of the things we had the opportunity to do is to celebrate with the Jewish community there for Shabbat. And their community is not unlike our own. They have limited resources, and they had limited people. And many of the community have left. At one stage, there were 15,000 or so Jews in Cuba, mostly in Havana, and right now there's about 1,000. And so how do you create Jewish community with what you have? And in addition to that, they have precious few financial resources with which to do it. But one of the things that they did that I think is brilliant is that they have charged their teenagers with the task of leading services. Right? So Yael, we might be out of a job. But what was lovely and beautiful were the songs and the prayers were familiar. Some of the tunes were the same, with a little slight, with a Spanish accent, if you will, both in terms of music and pronunciation and whatever. And it was beautiful to see the way they have made that service their own, in the same way that we do. And they invited me to say a few words. And one of the things that I reflected on, which I think is important for us to remember, when we are also, here in Erie as kind of an outpost, if you will, of Jewish life, Shabbat is happening all over the world. All over the world, we have thousands and thousands of congregations and communities just like us, coming together and lighting Shabbat candles and saying those same prayers and experiencing those moments, those precious moments of Shabbat. And sometimes it's comforting to think that we are part of this larger Shabbat experience. That when we do Shabbat here, we sort of add color into the picture. And that picture is colored in by dots in Cleveland and Buffalo and Pittsburgh and Rochester and Syracuse and Binghamton and Albany and. And all of that comes together. And all that comes together into the worldwide family of Judaism. And sometimes we agree with each other, and sometimes we don't, and sometimes we have differing opinions, for sure. And sometimes we struggle with things that the state of Israel and the government in Israel does, and sometimes we are so worried when rockets fly and civilians are in danger. And yet it is when that happens, of course, that we realize that we are truly part of that same family. That one family, that Am Yisrael, that people of Israel that unifies throughout the world. And so whether we are in Havana or Erie or wherever we might be, we extend that sense of Shabbat, that sense of wholeness, of peace, of blessing, to us all around the world. Shabbat Shalom. So we'll continue with Aleinu, page 282. Please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא אלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. When cherished ties are broken and the chain of love is shattered, only trust and the strength of faith can lighten the heaviness of the heart. At times, the pain of separation seems more than we can bear. But if we dwell too long on our loss, we embitter our hearts and harm ourselves and those around us. The psalmist said that in his affliction he learned the law of God. And in truth, grief is a great teacher when it sends us back to serve and bless the living. We learn how to counsel and comfort those who, like ourselves, are bowed with sorrow. We learn when to keep silent in their presence, when a word will assure them of our love and concern. Thus, even when they are gone, the departed are with us, moving us to live as in their higher moments they themselves wish to live. We remember them now. They live in our hearts. They are an abiding blessing. We are in the period of Shiva for Bruce Whitmer's house, husband of Janice Kulbach Whitmer's house, and father of Josh and Maddie and Brett and Julie. And we extend condolences to the entire family, and our thoughts and prayers are with them at this very difficult time. We are in the period of Shloshim for Jack Wright, the father of Jessica Maldette and grandfather of Trenton, Mariah, and Naomi. We are also in the period of Shloshim for Chaim Topol and Gail Goodman, the aunt of Jessica Thorpe. On this Shabbat, we observe Yartzeit for Clementine Loeb, Rachel Brodsky, Hannah Eisenberg, Samuel Frank, Mary Weiss, David Rosenthal, Arthur Kuhlman, Saul Schnauerman, Esther Cooperman, Ruth Levick, Nathan Samuel, Fanny Livingston, Barry Levin, Saul Shvaransky, Reba Bush Mercury, Dr. Martin Luther King, Bina Rosenzweig, Erna Voss Kunz, Benjamin Friedlander, Lillian Ignat Cohen, Gazella Pollock, and Jack Gold. If you are joining us via live stream and you would like to add a name, please add the name into our chat. If you are here in person and would like to add a name, please do so. We turn together to the words of Kaddish on page 294. Please rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, v'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yom echon, uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach la'alam u'lalmeh almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'kudisha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, u'ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Please be seated. I'd like to invite Rochelle Krawinski forward to share some announcements.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
What a week. The rabbi talked about this incredible week. A week ago, we were dancing to music in Cuba. We were enjoying 90-degree plus weather in the company of an incredible group of folks from Temple. It was an extraordinary trip, and the events of the trip brought us so much closer as a group. And I think there's enormous, we talk about it all the time, that Temple Anshe Hesed, we are a people of loving who reach out, we are inclusive, and it certainly proved true when we were all together. The services tonight are in memory of Bruce Whitmer's house. And Bruce and Janice were part of the group that went to Cuba. And forever will be in all our memories and our hearts. But certainly that group of people who shared so much, the passing of Bruce suddenly while we were gone, and our love for both Janice and Bruce, and I think for each other. This morning, there was a memorial service for Bruce, and it's been a long day. Come here. This guy, it's been a long week. But again, I can't say enough for the love of everyone and the support of everyone as we've gone through this. And our love will go out to Janice, who in the next several months will need all of us. And I know we'll be there for her. Thank you. I have some announcements. Lisa Taliban emailed me and asked that I share this with everyone. We have a 6-person team walking in the Walk for Autism on Saturday, April 29th at the Lake Erie Speedway in Northeast. Walk begins at 11 in the morning. Registration is from 9:30 to 10:45 a.m. We are about $300 short of our donation goal. It's too late to pre-register for a T-shirt, but walkers are welcome to join the team, and donations are definitely welcome. So mark your calendar if you'd like to walk with our team and take part. Okay, that's April 29th at the Speedway. I also want to share that tomorrow morning we have Shabbat morning service starting at 10 and Torah study at 11. They're available in person and also by live stream. We have a Yitzchor service that we'll be having at the end of Passover. It will be on Friday, April 14th at 6:15. If you'd like to include a picture for the slideshow, please make sure you email it to the office, okay, ahead of time by April 12th. So mark that on your calendar. If you have a picture of a loved one you'd like to share in that presentation, please make sure you get it to the office. Tat Shabbat will be held on Friday, April 21st with Gesher 1 students and families. Dinner will be at 5:30 with service to follow. Please RSVP to Gesher, TAH@gmail.com. And I'm coming to dinner. Gesher 3 Shabbat will be held on Friday, April 28th at 6:15. Spaghetti dinner to follow. Please RSVP by April 24th to, again, Gesher, TAH@gmail.com. So lots happening.
Great.
Thank you, Yael, for the music, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Shabbat shalom.
Yael, thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure. It's always great to have, one of my own. So we are going to close with Adon Olam on page 321.
Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra Lenasa B'chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra Lenasa B'chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam Ve'acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Vehu Haya Vehu Hoveh Vehu Yeh B'tifara Adon Olam Adon Olam V'sher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Lenasa V'chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam Vehu Echad Ve'en Sheni Lehamshilo Lehachbira Beli Reshit Beli Tachlit Velo Ha'oz Ve'hamshira Adon Olam Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra Lenasa V'chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam Vehu Eli V'chai Goli V'tzur Chavli Ve'et Tzara Vehu Nosi Humanos Li Manat Kosi B'yom Ekra Adon Olam Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra Lenasa B'chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam B'yado Afkid Ruchi Ve'et Ishan Ve'ayira Ve'im Ruchi Keviati Adonai li velo ira Adon Olam Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra Lenasa B'chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam
Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher nashanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'vratzon hinchilanu zikaron le'masei v'reishit ki hu yom techila le'mikra'e kodesh zecher le'tziat Mitzrayim, Kivanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, ve'shabbat kodeshecha, ve'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh hashabbat.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Yeshar koach.
Yashar koach.
Shabbat shalom.